What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to episode 5 of the Buccaneers fantasy franchise as we are heading into week 5 as we come off another loss, this one our first at home to the Kansas City Chiefs a week ago in a 16-13 game that was basically playing in a hurricane monsoon where we weren't able to get anything offensively to go other than turn the football over once again, and they were able to still throw the ball pretty effectively and run on us. Having 4 turnovers again, all from Derek Carr once again. That's 2 weeks in a row. Just couldn't pull off the win this time, due to his last second effort throw in the back of the end zone that got picked off and gave them the walk-off field goal. Looking at the stats here, as we mentioned, Derek Carr did not have a great outing as usual, and Travis Etienne Jr. could not get it going either, averaging only 2.3 yards a carry. And as you can see, Derek Carr with the 2 fumbles when he tried to get a little skittish outside of the pocket. Looking at the receiving numbers here, David Njoku just ate us up. He was having 9 receptions. We couldn't do anything to stop him. Zay Jones, outside of the big 57-yarder that he crossed base and took to the house, we could not get anything going, as you can see with the scoreboard as well. Defensively, I thought we did really well. We just couldn't make the one play we needed and get that turnover in the big time, like the Chiefs were able to do to us. Buda Baker, however, did come away with the lone interception, and it was a kind of a silly one that he tends to get at times. Taking a look now at our squad here, we are gonna they switched the line back here. We're going to switch our O-line again with the addition of Dwayne Brown now sliding into left tackle due to the injury of DJ Humphries. And we got Brett Jones here, Canadian boy, going to slide into right guard. Attaboy Jonesy. Yeah, just take a look at Dwayne Brown again if you didn't catch last episode. So DJ Humphries is out for 6 weeks. Hit the open market and picked up the wily vet, the 37-year-old, and see if he can help shore up this offensive line a little bit and lessen some of these sacks that Derek Carr is taking. As you can see here, DJ Humphries might be the end of the career, at least with Tampa. Oh, it's going to be a fun offseason. Can't wait to get there, to be honest. Taking a look here at the rest of our squad. Derek Carr is regressing at an alarming rate. I mean, he's got 8 turnovers in the last 2 games alone. So, I mean, what else can you do? And not all of it's his fault, but some of it is. You got to get down, dude. Taking a look at our defense now, who, I mean, outside of David Long, we're all silvering up, baby. We're developing nicely, Our defense is doing well. I would love to see us get more pressure and quit dropping interceptions. Looking at you, Jalen. But Buda Baker has been a quiet staple for us on defense. He's making big plays outside of week 1 when he's getting run over. But I mean, he's always in there. He's always getting his nose in there, creating some turnovers here in week 1 and week 4. And I mean, I'm excited to see what he is with us for a long time. Now, Marlon Davidson might have been someone that had a pre-existing injury, because I don't recall ever seeing him on the depth chart anywhere. And next thing I know, we had a star dev in that left end. So, I mean, sweet. I definitely didn't sign him, but I wasn't sure if it was someone that just naturally upgraded through training. But yeah, so he's just going to slide right in there into left end. Now, Jalen Phillips continues to be a rock star for us in his second year. Every single game he's been in the backfield, minimum 2 TFLs, at least a half a sack. I mean, week 4 against the Chiefs, I think he should have got credited the full sack for it personally, but he's been an absolute monster, and I'm excited to see how he continues to develop. Now we'll take a look at the Atlanta Falcons squad coming in. As you can see, they already have a X factor there, but they will have Aaron double discount, double check, double niner, Aaron Rodgers slinging the ball, 86 superstar, still an absolute lethal and a bad man, as Stephen A would say. He's gonna be the pocket guy, but he can slice and dice you. He's got accuracy out the yin yang, and even though he's not an X factor, I mean, still sitting, he has abilities. So we gotta be wary that he will sling it from his hip anywhere across the field. Looking in their back, it looks like Antonio Gibson's banged up. So we're going to see a lot of Darrington Evans and Gus Edwards. I did see Darrington Evans, you know, in the halftime reports that his name was coming up, but we'll see who gets majority of the carries. Looks like Rodgers' real-life teammate now, Garrett Wilson, is linked up with him in Atlanta. An 84 overall. Guaranteed that's going to be a superstar dev, because it should be one of the best young receivers this league has seen in a long time, and we've been very lucky to see a lot of them. But he is an incredible talent, and as you can see there, week 2, once he got a little warmed up, just a quick 6 for a 1-2-3 and a 2 banger. You love to see it. They got Curtis Samuel, Rondale Moore. So this is pretty much opposite of the last few teams we played in the receiving core, where they were tall and a little slower but more precise. These guys are short and quick. And we got the 99 overall X Factor, the 9-year vet out of Cincinnati, Travis Kelce. Shout out New Heights. This guy's the man. I mean, I don't know how a person could not love him just as a football player and as a human. Seems like such a dude. And yeah, in real life and in Madden, he is an animal, and we got to make sure we're watching him. I hope Buddha can lock him up. Checking out their O-line, it seems to be pretty fair and average, certainly better than ours, but nothing too crazy. Boogie Basham there, AJ Epinesa. Okay, nothing I'm too worried about. Javon Kinlaw, meh. Matthew Judon, okay. Old Wiley vet coming off the edge. Deion Jones, nice. Good linebacker. Here we go. I knew something was coming. Micah Parsons, the 97 overall X Factor, second-year man out of Penn State, the do-it-all defensive player. I'm scared of this game because of old Sticks right there. He has the potential to not only ruin Derek Carr's day, but maybe the rest of his season. In Madden, other than week 1 against the Saints, he hasn't done a whole lot. But other than that, I mean, he's a bad man. Checking out their back end here quickly. Nothing that really stands out. I think we've played some better corners before, so I'm really hoping to see more positive play out of our receiving core, especially Chase Claypool. I'd like to see him get involved a little bit more. They're back in there. We quickly went past Antoine Winfield, and they also have the young Jeremy Chin, so they're set at safety, that's for sure. Taking a look at our ranks here, we are still the number 7 defense with the number 28 offense. They are good at stopping the run, but they're not particularly good at anything on offense, so let's see if we can throw it over them today. See if DC has what it takes to not turn it over. And since we're playing Aaron Rodgers, we just gotta defend him. I mean, they don't run the ball very much, and here, obviously offensively, worry about number 11. Try not to let him ruin the game. Try to get out of this funk we're in. We got another home game here. We're on number 5 defense, the second to worst offense in the league. Things can only get better, right? Well, I mean, after a week of practice, Derek Carr said, "I'm feeling a little better, coach. Pump me up with some of them roids in the arm, and we got the strong arm up." Unfortunately, his morale is still dog poo-poo, so it doesn't mean a whole lot, but taking a look here at the injuries, TJ Humphries still out 5 weeks. Billy Price also got banged up at the end of last game, so he's out for 2. But it is now game time here in Raymond James. It's a beautiful day, unlike a week ago, as we welcome Aaron Rodgers and the Atlanta Falcons, as he was, okay, 360 yards and 2 tutties a week ago. Ooh, as they are arriving to Raymond James in their pewter and red, as Etienne getting warmed up, the boys on defense feeling it. We are in for a beautiful day as the choppers come flying overhead. We're feeling a win. You can't lose on a Sunday in the pewters when the sun is out. Todd Bowles knows it's a tough season, but we got to figure this thing out, and it starts with the division games. We got to worry about these and handle our business. The Saints may be running away with this thing, but I mean, we have a case to make. we have a case to make. As we are off here, week 5, episode 5, Joe Reed to return, and we are off as the Buccaneers lay host to the Falcons. He brings it up to the 25-yard line, and that is where Derek Carr and this Tampa Bay, second worst in the league offense, takes the field and hopes they can start seeing improvements sometime soon, because Derek Carr, as you can see there, is 5 touchdowns to 6 picks after starting fairly safe this year. It has not been a good last couple weeks. Short memories here as he turns and hands it to Etienne, who gets outside, almost getting outside of Zay Jones as well, but he picks up a long 4 yards there. As last week he struggled, and we want to make sure we can make his yards worth it because he's up in those carries already. 2nd and 6 now. We got a bunt short right, Etienne to the right, Carr back to pass, looking for someone, finds Claypool early in this game, and that is what we love to see. We need to see old Mapletron, get involved early and become a presence out there, as he has that big body and still has some speed in those legs. So looks like they line up in a similar formation here on 1st and 10. And they're going to give to Etienne, and he is swallowed up quickly there by Deion Jones, only for a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 now. Obvious passing situation. Derek Carr trying to get the monkey off his back and get off the schneid. Hitting the back, holding onto the ball for a bit too long. That'll bring up a 3rd and long once again. We cannot get behind the sticks because it has proved to just be turnovers as they leave the middle wide open, and Zay Jones just slows down his route and sits in that pocket. Absolute stellar route running there as they were bringing the weak side zone blitz. Derek Carr was patient and just found Zay sitting right in the middle there. Huge gain for the Buccaneers. We got to get a touchdown, would be massive for this offense, as we usually turn it over or settle for 3. 1st and 10 now from Falcon side of field. Etienne busted outside. He has a lot of room. Tries to, lay on the brakes there a bit to cut underneath, and he just gets tackled. But that is a big gain for this Tampa Bay offense. They seem to be humming early here on this beautiful Sunday morning in Tampa Bay. Etienne to the right. Carr gives. He has another big hole right up the middle, and he falls forward and carries the pile for another 1st down. Number 1 is running like he is on a mission right now after last week's performance. He never wants to see an average of 2.3 again. He wants to take off here, and we want to see him do it too. He's now left of Carr, who gives him the rock, and the nickel blitz comes in. Guts that down quickly. Micah Parson at the bottom of the pile as well. A loss of 3, getting behind the sticks. That's okay. We are very predictable right now. 2nd and 13. We tend to like this play as we get into the red zone with that wheel route. Don't see much there. Get it quick to Zay Jones. That was an excellent read from DC. As soon as that halfback goes with Juju on that wheel route, that right up the rail is Zay Jones. You could throw it as a seam rather than wait for him to break to the post. Exactly what we did. He sets in right in that little pocket, and since it's not real life, kill shots don't matter. Excellent throw, and we are now on the 3-yard line. His Carr drops back to pass. Parsons is there within seconds. Can't even get rid of a 3-step drop. And there he is. There's that man. As you see, Etienne misses the blitz pickup, and that might be one of his biggest faults, as Carr wears it right in the spine. Luckily, he bounces back up. He did not fumble it, which is always a good sign. We couldn't afford another first drive turnover. Etienne gets the handoff right up the middle. The seas parted, and that is an opening drive touchdown for this Buccaneers offense, led by number 1 Travis Etienne. You go and dance, big fella. You earned it. You are the Buccaneers offense right now. Excellent job from the O-line. Too easy. He's always falling forward, and that will be a quick 6-0 lead. Extra point pending. Aaron Rodgers out now for his first drive of the year, and on the season he has 10 touchdowns to only 2 picks here. Hoping we can make his life a little more difficult than he's had so far. As they come out 1st and 10 from middle between the hashes, they're 25. Bunch out to the left. Rodgers back to pass, flips it out quickly to the running back, who shrugs off the first defender. I don't know if that's Darrington Evans or No, or Gus Edwards. It looks to be Evans out the backfield, and he's bringing the discount double check bell. Nailed it that time. Out already on the first completion of the game. We'll give it to him. 1st and 10, but scoreboard, brother. Dropping back to pass for the second straight time. Flips it out. Once again, there's the big man, Travis Kelce, who appears to look like he was on a superstar underneath his character rather than the X Factor, which is kind of interesting if they don't have that active for him, and they don't. Interesting. 2nd and 4 now is Rodgers. Flick of the wrist, tries to get it out to the sideline, just out of bounds. Bringing up a 3rd and 4 here. Gus Edwards to the right of Rodgers as he drops back to pass once again. Flips it out into the middle of the field, finds Rondale Moore up in the zone, and we just were unable to get any sort of internal pressure, and Moore just curled up right into the open area, and good on him. Aaron Rodgers will pick you apart if you don't get any pressure and you're in zone. And we'll have to live with that. 1st and 10 now on Buccaneers side of the field. Rodgers back to pass again. Doesn't see it quickly. Tries to force it in, and it is knocked away. Great play there, bringing up a 2nd and long. Rodgers under center. Wilson to his left and Moore to the right with Kelce in the block. Looking to find Wilson, and he makes a beautiful leaping grab, dragging the toes in. That is why he is one of the league's, the best young league talent at the receiver position. I can't speak. Who cares? What a catch. 1st and 10 from inside the red zone now on the 16-yard line. Aaron Rodgers making it look easy as he hands it off to Darrington Evans, who breaks a few tackles. That is an excellent first run as he picks up 12 as he scoots and skaboots his way through up to the 4-yard line. As it looks like last week was all defense. This week so far, no defense is being played as Aaron Rodgers tries to do the old Kirk Cousins read option. Not going to work on us this time, Bob. We've learned as Jalen Phillips gets in there to make the tackle. Yeah, we're not biting on that anymore. Good patience. Way to do your responsibilities. That's why 15 is going to be a hell of a player for this franchise. 2nd and goal now from the 7. 3 minutes to go here in the first. All offense so far. Trying to hold them to at least 3. Rodgers looking to flick it. Just gets it out. And that is complete. I'm not even sure who that is, to be honest. But he looks great. 3rd and goal now from 1. Flicks it out, and it is off the mitts of Rondale Moore. Are they actually going to just settle for a field goal on the 1 after that drive? And I didn't want to bore you with it. They did. 7-3 now Bucks as they get the ball back. 2:17 to go. Carr turns, gives it to Etienne, who's able to get outside once again. Puts his head down, picks up a hard 5. I love the way he runs, and especially when our O-line gets blocking like they are right now. Hole closed up a bit there, but I like what's going on. 8 for 37 and a touchdown. It's a hell of a first drive. As Atlanta loads the line of scrimmage here, hoping to force the ball out quick. Carr back to pass, can't find anything. Throws it short to Hooper. He felt the heat, got rid of it quick. Nearly a nightmare, but it wasn't. Wait a second. Todd Bowles says, nah. I'm tired of this. We can do this. This is one of the biggest gambles, but he says, I'm tired of this team. And there it is. Draws up the right play to Juju. Excellent completion. And they keep the drive alive. We're not going to be seeing lots of that, Coach Bowles told me. It's just we need to get this offense into a rhythm. There's a risk, high reward. And we did it. As Etienne carries, trying to bust out the right side. He's yet to break a big one yet this year. He's always picking up, feels like 5 to 12, but can never get much more. As Carr play actions off him, tries to get rid of it, finds Hooper underneath off of a sloppy pass, and that will do it for the first quarter as the Buccaneers lead only 7-3 despite scoring on their opening drive. Just unable to do much in their second. 3rd and 1 now from about midfield. I think you just got to give it to your main man as they do. Etienne with the excellent cuts, looking shifty as ever out there. Jalen Johnson coming up a little lame, holding on to that knee. But let's not take away from what Etienne was doing. 50 in the hole, and he said, oh yeah, I'll run for more than 12 yards. Fucking right he did. Empty it out now. 1st and 10. Carr looking for anybody. Finds Zay Jones. A much more difficult throw when he had, I believe it was Juju wide open right where the blitz came from. Carr not seeing anything right now, and he's got 3 guys in his face just to make a simple completion. And Atlanta knows it as they load the line of scrimmage once again. As he gives to Etienne, breaks through the line. Another excellent run. That's another 14-15. He's averaging about 6 yards a carry so far. And this is the bounce back we'd like to see. We're only a couple minutes into the second quarter, and he's almost getting close to 100 yards here. 1st and 10 now inside the red zone once again. Carr drops back to pass. Drops back a little too long. Guess what happened? Fumbled. Parsons picks it up. Carr with the Ben Roethlisberger style saving tackle. I'm like not even shocked anymore that this keeps happening. Carr, you gotta just get rid of it, man. That's as good a protection as we can get. They throw you down. We're just lucky that Carr's dumbass was able to get up and trip Micah. One of the greatest athletes the NFL's ever seen. And that's Madden, baby. We'll take it. Falcons catch a break here, and we're always going to give it to you on offense. Rodgers looking for anyone. Flips it out to Kelsey, able to keep his feet in for 2. I guess will count for the career stats, but no one cares about 2 yards. 2nd and 8 here. Slants are out. He finds Kelsey up the rail in that cover 2. Excellent read. Cover 2 might not be the best thing to do against Aaron Rodgers, because if they have those routes, he can get that ball there real quick, like he did to Kelsey. We just found the opening again. I don't know what our DC is doing, but we can't be playing too much zone against these guys. We got to take our chances and match up one-on-one with them. So Rodgers dropping back to pass again. Finds Curtis Samuel underneath, and he's going to pick up another 1st down. This is not looking good. Our defense is our strong point normally, and this is looking incredibly... they must have just worn themselves out last week in the hurricane. Rodgers gets it out to Kelsey. He is not able to get much more than 4 there. So we're able to contain him at the moment, but we're not able to slow any of them down. 2nd and 6, trips out to the right here. Wilson in the slot. He checks it down. Looks like to Gus Edwards. That'll be enough for a 1st down again. If we could somehow hold him to 3, that would be the definition of bend don't break, as they finally give it off here. Gus Edwards up the middle, bullying his way through. He will pick up 8. Bring up a very reasonable 2nd and 2 from the 6 here. They can get a whole new set of downs, in which they will, as Darrington Evans gets up to the 2-yard line. And this is looking quite hopeless. We can't do anything right now. Buda Baker with 3 tackles on the day already, though. We love to see that. Rodgers back to throw. Gets it to his main man, the rookie, Garrett Wilson. Heck of a play. Touchdown, Falcons. As you can see, Etienne is up to 114 yards for 460 and only 2 touchdowns through the first 4 weeks going into week 5 here. And it's just a lot of carries. But if you've been watching, I mean, we're doing what we can, but if we don't, we turn it over. He is our only hope, and we're going to try to talk less about that moving forward, but he is a stud for us as he takes the ball once again, bringing up a short 3rd and 5 now. Carr dropping back to pass, looking for anyone. He finds Claypool deep, gets it over his head, and he is off to the races. He is gone. They're finally talking about Chase Mapletron Claypool, and this is what he can do. Even the Atlanta defense said, hey, we got no film on him. We don't know what he's doing back there. As he just burns, turns on the burner, gets even, he's leaving up to 21 miles per hour, and he is gone for a very long touchdown. A 75-yard, 76-yard touchdown, takes the inside release, stacks his DB, and he is gone. What a throw from DC. I think we need to be looking number 10's way a little more here, as every time we do, he rarely disappoints. Aaron Rodgers coming back out as he went perfectly last drive for 52 yards, which is a tough pill for us to swallow, but we retake the lead here by 4. It's 14-10 with 5:16 to go in the second. A quick score from the Bucs, and Rodgers and the Falcons looking to do the same, but they come up with an incomplete pass on 1st down. So Rodgers says, Fuck it, let's empty it out as they spread the field. Dropping back to pass. We continue to not get any pressure, but also cover great on the back end. He flicks it out incomplete. 3rd and long here, and this is where our defense tends to give up big first downs at bad times. And we do it once again as he finds, who is that? Traylon Burks. Oh. I should have put the thing in again. He breaks. Traylon Burks. Said Burns, it was wrong. Rodgers back to pass, and Leonard Williams gets in for the sack. A half sack, I guess, as he shows the sexy figure off. A big sack of 7, bringing up a 2nd and long here. Let's go back to this Buccaneers defense, giving up 3rd and longs like it's their day job, man. Right up the rail. How is that only a half sack? Joey Bosa, you are a sniper, dude. No wonder your numbers look better than what I can remember. Rodgers back to pass. Has to flick it out again, and there's our X Factor. 97 overall. Jalen Ramsey just letting that ball float over his dome. Just like Devin White last week. These guys are clueless out here. This is a pick 6, 100,000,000% of the way. Not even his guy, and that's the thing. And that's why we love Madden. Because you know Cam Sutton's trailing by 10 yards. 3rd and 10 now somehow. Defense just trying to get off the field. Maybe we can score again before halftime. Leonard putting up pressure again. Makes him get the ball out quick. It's another drop. Wasn't going to be enough anyways. That should bring up a punting situation from this Bucs defense. Thank the Lord. Derek Carr coming out here. 3:44 to go. Seeing if they can extend this lead before halftime and give these home fans more to cheer as he dishes it off to Etienne. That will be enough for about 6 yards. But this has been his offense and his game, and we are going to go as far as he takes us. Bringing up a 2nd and 6 here. We got to start learning how to at least put away teams in our division and send a message. Etienne out to the side. Parsons gets on his back with the strength of the 2nd-year man. Just always going forward. I'll SSD as much as I need to. He is our offense. Looking great in the pewters. That is enough for a 1st down. Buccaneers. 2:36 and counting now. Still got all 3 timeouts, so no panic. Etienne gets the ball once again, kicks it outside. Thought he was going to get hit and brace for it. Slowed him up a bit. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning, though, after an 8-yard gain. Get the man some water. 2nd and 2 now. Looking for anything just to get in the field goal range. Chucking it deep. Claypool almost catches and turns. As the corner was trying to make a play for the ball, we got a little lucky on that curl again. We got to be careful because our receivers do not come back. This car gets whacked, bringing up 4th and 2. And I wouldn't be surprised. Nah, Coach Bowles wasn't going to do it. Not today. All right, still enough time for Rodgers and the boys to make something happen here as that ball was almost in danger, but Buddha didn't think he had the jump on it. Gain of 7. Bring up a short 2nd and 3. Rodgers gets the ball out quick once again. Finds Traylon Burks, their 4th receiver. Trips to the right. Stacked on the left. Gets the ball out quick. Jalen Ramsey with the juggle off Rondale Moore's mitts. And that is a huge momentum shift play from our 97 overall corner. As he flexes on them boys. That is what we love to see. Let one just go right over his dome. Gave him a buzz cut. To come back and let these sloppy ones go into his mitts. Him and Buddha Baker. Great discipline, hand-eye coordination. That is what we need to see. Joey Bosa, you hear that? We need a play, dude. Almost in the red zone now. Still all 3 timeouts. 1:15 to go. Carr back to pass. Everything looks covered. Swings it out to Travis, and he is unable to gain a thing. 2nd and 10 as they let the clock continue to run here. Carr drops back, finds Austin Hooper in the middle where the linebackers vacated on their blitz. He picks up a big chunk up to the 7-yard line. Clock still rolling, holding on to those timeouts. We want to make sure no time is left. Carr drops back to pass once again, swings it outside to Zay Jones, who taps the toes, but only from the 1-yard line. Plenty of time with our timeouts here. 2nd and goal as we turn for Etienne, and he gets absolutely stuffed at the 1-yard line. we will burn our first time out here and think it over as we're trying to add to this lead before halftime. 3rd and goal now. It's got to be a passing situation because we just get stuffed when we get so close. Carr looking for anyone onto the right, slings it back, and Zay Jones was forgotten about on the backside slant. A little bit of panic there from Derek Carr, but he knew where his boy was and he threw it on the run even though he didn't have to. I'm pretty sure it was a pretty decent pocket, but maybe that was all the distraction we needed for them to leave Zay Jones wide open in the back of the end zone as Carr felt a little bit of nothing, but just enough time for Zay to tap it. As your Tampa Bay Buccaneers will go into halftime leading by 11 here at home. What a beautiful sight to see. After last week, I wasn't sure and how, I know we won in week 3, but it was not a good game for us. And we're still feeling the after effects, but to have a first half like that, this might be the catalyst we needed to spark a change this season, as we are up at halftime by 11. Taking a look around the rest of the league now in this halftime report. We're going to go down to the Bayou in New Orleans as Seattle and the undefeated Saints are deadlocked at 7 here. Just a minute left in the first half. Appears like not a whole lot of offense going on out there. It would be great if that 2-2 Seahawks team led by Jared Goff could get the Saints the first loss of the year. Up, we got the Colts doubling up the Broncos here. They are 4-1 with Dak Prescott at the helm, and Trevor Lawrence and these Broncos seem to be hot and cold, but we will take that. Big win for the Colts. Up into the Northeast here, we have the Steelers with Jimmy Garoppolo, who we will see, I believe, next week. Down 7 at halftime to Zach Wilson of all people and the Buffalo Bills. They are 3-1, and that will be our halftime report. We are back here at Raymond James Stadium as the Buccaneers kick off to the Falcons to start this second half. There's a little move up the sideline. The reason we don't show many of these is because rarely does anything happen. Aaron Rodgers has come back from many deficits before. Can he come back from this 11-point when Derek Carr's on the other sideline? Yes, he can. 1st and 10 now, as Ramsey's still feeling it after that halftime IV. First play was a run in which they didn't do much of in the first half. That might be their strategy to slow things down as they bring out the I formation now with the fullback. 2nd and 7, play action out of it, thinking we'd bite. The flip up to Wilson as he comes down. Where's the hit too from the safety? What a play, what a stud. 1-7 and Rodgers, they just PB&J, baby. Hell of a catch, you got to respect that. Big chunk gain in a Buccaneer territory here. 1st and 10 Falcons now as he goes, gives it. I thought that was gonna be play action again as Gus Edwards only able to pick up 3 there. Bring up a 2nd and 7 though. They're still marching here. Bunch to the left here. Evans on his right. Ball coming out quick to Rondale Moore, who gets the better of Jalen Ramsey there. That is a heck of a throw and a heck of a catch on tight coverage. We'll respect that. Hell of a, that's great coverage, great catch. 1st and 10 now. Inching closer to the red zone here. Rodgers back to pass once again. Gets the ball out quick, and Budda Baker all over Travis Kelce, just like we've been saying. And he's been quite quiet tonight other than a couple underneath stuff. Let's hope we can keep that up in the second quarter, or second half here, sorry. Excuse me. Speak of the devil. Quick throw out to him. That is enough for a big gain, bringing up 3rd and 1 now. Very manageable as they just get in the red zone on the 16-yard line. Rodgers gets under center, probably hoping just to convert this. But it looks like somebody jumped. Who did the Zebras see? And that is going to be on Atlanta. False start. Tough. What once was a 3rd and short is now 3rd and 6 here. Obvious passing down as Rodgers gets rid of it quickly out to Rondale Moore, who just hitches up, and the boys did not want to play the sticks there, unfortunately. 1st and 10 now as Rodgers trying to score on his opening drive here in the second half. He gives it off to Evans, trying to get outside there. Thompson wraps him up and does not let go. The Buccaneers load the line of scrimmage. Trips out to the right. Kelsey on the left here. ISO'd. Rodgers looking for somebody. Flips it up into the back corner. What a throw to Rondale Moore. I'm pretty sure that was cover 2 defense again. And this is what I mean. Rodgers' flick of the wrist, back pylon to where only his guy can get it. Unbelievable. If you just look at this throw and catch, as we once again mistakenly sat in cover 2. And he puts that thing on a rope to the pylon. Rondale Moore, give him credit for keeping his feet in and snagging that ball. Heck of a play, as they are going to go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game early on in the second half. I love the call though, as he gets rid of it quickly, and that is an easy one to Treylon Burks. 3-point game now, just like that. 21-18, Buccaneers. 1st and 10 now, as DC and the boys bring it out. He gives it to Etienne, which is usually almost every play, and he picks up a gain of 8, which is why. Under center now, we'll give it a go. See if we can switch up the look here. Etienne up the middle, nothing but room. This O-line has been playing great today, as Etienne is over 100 yards already and only climbing. This guy is going to be the league leader. He's got to be, with the amount we give him the ball at least. He just never wants to come out either. We have Madison ready to go. He just doesn't want to come out. As we give the draw play, seemed to work last game. Not this game. That is a loss of 2. Now we know we can't use it. 2nd and 12 here. Might be getting a little conservative going run again, as Atlanta's coming out gangbusters in the second half, blind to the football. We are behind the sticks once again with an incompetent quarterback. DC didn't make up his mind, gets rid of it to Juju just in time. That was almost a fuck it throw as well from old number 4, but he trusted his man Juju and he came back and made the play, but I didn't love it. Trips now to the right, handoff to Etienne up the middle once again. Big space here as he goes for about 14 or 15 yards. Look at this man go. 21 carries already, well over 100 and a touchdown. Love to see it from number 1. This Carr gets rid of it quickly to Etienne, trying to get him involved in the pass game as well. He's only got 3 for 6 in that department, which is not the greatest. So we'll just hand him the ball right up the middle again as he goes untouched for another 1st down. This is just getting silly. We should just run Wildcat or something. We don't need DC. 1st and goal now. Carr looking for anyone, throws it underneath, trying to get it to Zay Jones, but it's just better. That was incomplete. Live to fight another day. 2nd and goal, as they finally caught on to what we were doing, running up the middle, and they had 2 guys waiting there for him. 3rd and goal now after that loss of 3, as our O-line just was not ready. 2 guys looking back. Awesome. Bunch out to the right. Juju ISO'd on the left here. 3rd and goal, looking for 6 if we can. Carr back to pass, finds Hooper in the middle. He inches up close, only to the 1-yard line. I wouldn't put it past Coach Bowles to go for this one because of where we're at. If you don't get it, that's still 99 yards for them to go. They bring out the field goal team, but it looks like DC's telling him on the sideline, call a timeout. And that's what he does. Listens to his quarterback. They call a timeout to think things over. And I think they're going to go for this. And I think they should. You're 1-3, bottom of the division. On the 1-yard line, like I was saying, they don't get it. Still 99 yards to go and you're up 3. Let's give it to your main man. Etienne cuts it up the middle. One of the easiest touchdowns he'll ever have. And what an easy call for Coach Bowles. Stick behind his quarterback and go for it there. 10-point lead now as the defense comes back out. Rodgers play action. Finds his man out wide once again. Unable to keep his feet down. He hasn't been able to get much downfield other than Garrett Wilson. So as long as we keep locking him up, he stretches this one to Gus Edwards, who almost got the corner there. If Kelsey could have locked up with Miles Jack, unfortunately cannot. Brings up a 3rd and 5 and a big opportunity for this defense. But man, does old Aaron Rodgers get that ball out quick as he finds who else but Garrett Wilson to convert for that 1st down. You just can't get to him fast enough as he's throwing that ball before Wilson even gets his head around. Buddha, good coverage. Tip your cap to the legend. Third quarter wrapping up now as Gus Edwards tries to spin and skedaddle outside. He comes away with nothing here. See if they get a playoff before the end of the quarter. They opt not to, down 10 points here, and that will do it for 3 quarters here at Raymond James, as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are up by 10 points despite being down in the passing statistics. Start of the fourth quarter here as Rodgers looking to find anybody, checks it underneath as he finds Wilson. That's kind of been our goal, is to limit everything over top, and we've done a really good job of that so far. Rodgers gets rid of it quick once again, finds Wilson, and looks like our leader on defense, Miles Jack, is going to be taken to the locker room. Hopefully just a little bit of a stinger as he clutches that right shoulder. Hopefully he's not gone for too long here. As we come back to the game, it is 1st and 10 Falcons. Rodgers gives it to Evans, who has a massive hole there in the middle, and eventually brought down after about a gain of 13-14 yards by Buda Baker and the boys. And he has a dislocated shoulder, a little more than a stinger. He will not be back today. That is a tough loss for this defense, but let's hang on and rally for him, boys. We still have a 10-point lead as Rodgers flicks the wrist, and this is, again, great coverage, but just a better ball and a better catch. I mean, what more do you want? I'd rather have Jalen on him, but sometimes Jalen doesn't want to cover the best guy, I guess. Rodgers back to throw once again. Finds Kelsey, who is just a check down machine for this Falcons offense. They don't work the middle with him at all, it seems. 2nd and 5 now. Trips to the right. Kelsey isoed left. He's going to be coming across the middle. Rodgers gets it out quick to Rondale Moore once again. He's just getting it out faster than we can back out into our zones, or, you know where the hell our head's at even. Once again, 1st and goal for this Falcons offense as they have the offset eye, and Rodgers stretches it out to Gus, and he's going to go nowhere as this D-line has played fantastic all day in the run game. Unfortunately, can't create much pressure as Mr. Aaron Rodgers can flick that thing out so dang fast. Bring up 2nd and goal from the 6 though. Throws it to Kelsey's direction. Rushed it a little bit there, and that's going to bring up a crucial 3rd down with 8:19 to go. Down by 10 points. Trips out to the right, trying to cause some confusion. Looking for Kelsey, can't find him. Felt the pressure and just got rid of it. And they will have to settle for 3. As you can see, Travis's day today, 128 on the ground, only 3 in the air, but 131 total with 8 minutes to go, and this will be his time to shine, preserve this now 7-point lead. As we have let them march up and down the field all day, but we have held them to field goals more times than not. And Etienne only able to pick up 1 yard there, bringing up a 2nd and 9, but we want to keep this clock moving. We'll give him the ball again. Another big hole as he continues to fall forward, bringing up a 3rd and short. The Falcons bringing in a light box here when they know they need to stop this man. They do not. He takes off once again on a 45-degree angle. Busts out for a 1st down. Clock's moving. He's up to 27 carries. And we're just going to keep feeding him, baby. Bonjour, Etienne. Welcome to the league. Carr turns. I don't even know if it's French, to be honest. Just sounds like it. We're going to go with it. He gets shut down there for a loss of 1 on that time, as that puts us into a bit of a passing situation. Carr drops back to pass, looking for anybody. Can't find anybody. Does the old fuck it throw into the turf, and we'll try not to turn it over here on 3rd down, as we got trips down into the weak side here. Carr back to pass, looking for anyone, and there it is. Haven't seen him since the 1st quarter, but Micah Parsons with his 3rd sack on the day. One of them was for a fumble recovery as well, and he just sheds them. Carr didn't stand a chance, and we're just lucky Carr's a tough son of a bitch, and he got back up. It's in 2.7 seconds. It was night DC. Here we go. This is what Aaron Rodgers lives for. Down 7 with 5 minutes to go in the 4th. Give to Edwards. He is only able to pick up 1. I can see very soon that they will abandon that run once again, and it will be 12 doing all the damage as he drops back to pass right now, gets rid of it to the sideline, and Jalen Ramsey closes on that football, bringing up a 3rd and long once again as we are going to straight man up here. I'm not too worried about Rodgers escaping and scattering around. He will check it down. He has the angle. What a big tackle, and he's going to come up short. Hazy coming in for Miles Jack in that dime set. The injured Miles Jack closes up on here as Evans has the angle, and they called him short. I thought he reached for it. They elected to punt there with their timeouts in hand. 1st and 10 now. We don't want to just play it safe either. We got to try to win this game as Micah Parsons is X-factored out of his mind. We get negative yardage on the first play. I feel like I've seen this game before. 2nd and 11 now. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game. Etienne gets the ball, runs, splits between his left guard and his defender, and somehow on his 30th carry gets to 159 and picks up a massive 1st down as that clock keeps on ticking, as he needed to dig his foot in there and go north-south, but is able to slip right through. Hell of a play as the Falcons load the line of scrimmage here, knowing they need to get a stop. We know we got to beat them. Parsons with the perfect form tackle. He was playing like free safety there, I guess. And that will bring up the 2-minute warning here. The big 2nd and 8 here. As DC turns, gives it to Etienne once again. And Matthew Judon, who I haven't seen much of, helps rile him down to the ground. 3rd and 8. A massive play on this game. I like Juju up the rail here with Micah. We all love it. Bingo. He is gone, baby. Not to the house, but a massive play, forcing them to use another timeout. As soon as you have Juju in the slot, as he does his TikTok thing in front of Micah, you know, if he's beside Micah, and Micah is clearly in a pass rushing stance, we got a quick hit. Fuck the routes, just get it to him. And that is what we did. Veteran move from DC as we continue to try to run this clock out. Because right now, all we care about is a victory formation as we hold on to the 7-point lead. Etienne seems to be losing that burst as that is his 34th carry already today. Those ACLs are probably elastic bands right now. Hey, but it is all grass here at Raymond James as he has had enough. Get this man off the field. 4th and 9. Let's try to seal it with the field goal here. McLaughlin with the perfect kick. It is up. And Chase puts it through to put us up 10 once again over the Falcons to almost ensure this victory unless something catastrophic happens in 55 seconds here with Aaron Rodgers. Crazier shit's happen, I guess. 1st and 10 now. Clock is ticking. He gets the ball to Rondale Moore inbounds. They have to burn their last timeout. No, they're good. They don't have any. I forgot. 35 seconds and counting. Rodgers back to pass. He swings it out underneath to Evans, who scoots his way out of bounds. 30 seconds and counting now. 2nd and inches, not that that matters much anymore. Rodgers gets rid of it quick, finds Kelsey underneath. I don't know what their game plan is. Padding the stats, probably. I guess I don't blame him as Rodgers looks to get rid of it with Bosa in his face. Chucks it up deep and unable to come down with it. Great coverage from the boys as there is 8 seconds left. This is for sure a win, a massive win over a division opponent who's ahead of us in the standings. And that just shortened things up for us to make a run after this weird start to the season. 1 second ago, we will see this one more time. Hell of a job from our offense and our defense today. I thought we came out with a purpose. And when you can start chit-chatting at the end of a game and it's not even over yet, that's when you know you've shown up. And that thing's gonna fall incomplete for the final whistle is your Tampa Bay Buccaneers get another victory on home soil. Couldn't be prouder of the guys. They came out, they fought hard off of a tough loss last week in which they controlled the game until the very end. Derek Carr came out, only had the one bad turnover on the sack fumble. Other than that, I mean, we ran the ball extremely well with Travis Etienne, our team MVP, if not maybe fighting for that league MVP this year. he's got to keep doing what he's doing and stay healthy. And we're going to etch out some wins here. Do I think we're Super Bowl ready? Hell no. But we'll take a 10-point win in the division. And let's take a look at how the boys did on the back end. As I said, Derek Carr, I mean, 16, 22, 241, and 2 tutties. The big goose egg is what's important there. Etienne had 2 tutties as well. Doubled his average from a week ago. 162 on the ground. Too many carries, I will say. But when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. And the receiving end, everyone chipped in. You know, 5 for 55, 3 for 60. Claypool with the hot start on that deep route where they, you know, he stacked his DB. Took off for the house, but I love what we did on offense today. Buda Baker, the man we talked about before the game, showed out with 11 total tackles. We had a bunch of individual TFLs. And Joey Bosa and Leonard Williams, which should have went just to Leonard Williams, got the sacks. And Jalen Ramsey with the lone interception. And that puts us at 2-3 here, tied with the rest of the division outside of the Saints, who remain undefeated, barring this sim as they were in a battle with the Seahawks here. We will take a quick look before we wrap things up today, as the Saints do continue 5-0. And we have Jimmy Garoppolo, Derwin James, and the Pittsburgh Steelers next week. Can't wait to see you all. If you're here from a previous or it's your first time, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you guys in episode 6. We'll catch you then. Peace.